Aloha Hui. Welcome back to Connect the Dots with Jenny. We're talking about the Diddy trial, what happened last week, and how that impacts the Maui community because of John Pelletier, Maui police chief, being named in the Diddy lawsuit. So last week, Brendan Paul on Friday finally testified. He was the man that was arrested carrying drugs for Diddy. He was a personal assistant for Diddy, and they granted him immunity so that he could share all this information. And basically, he loved working for Diddy, but he was specifically hired to buy drugs for Diddy, roll weed for Diddy, transport the drugs, 2C, cocaine, MDMA, ketamine. Did I say ketamine? He transported drugs for Diddy. He was the man who held Diddy's drugs so that Diddy was never caught with the drugs, so that he specifically would take the fall, which he did take the fall right around the same time that they did the raids on Diddy's house. I don't know if you guys remembered, but there's the white guy that got arrested. He was standing by the plane and they're like, who's that guy? Well, that's that guy. He got a bunch of drug charges. Well, the federal government offered him immunity if he would testify against Diddy. Also hired to prep hotel rooms for freak-offs, clean up these rooms for freak-offs. There was invoices shown that Diddy paid for the transportation of male escorts and Jane Doe across state lines. So that right there, we're covering the sex trafficking, his counts in sex trafficking. This whole trial has shown how it does cover RICO by all these different assistants that he specifically had hired to do his dirty deeds for him. Okay. I believe the trial did prove RICO, and they have definitely proved sex trafficking because the idiot, he was using his American Express bad boy entertainment cards, credit cards. There's also $47,000 that was charged from the Intercontinental Hotel for damage that was done during these freak-offs at this hotel. $47,000. Anyways, throughout this whole trial, and especially with Brendan Paul said Christina Coram knew everything that was going on. Christina Coram is the one that helps to facilitate and run all of Diddy's dirty stuff. Why does that involve Maui? It involves Maui because that lawsuit by Ashley Parham that names John Pelletier as a co-conspirator and a co-defendant of Diddy also names Christina Coram. So the main people that knew and facilitated the dirty deeds in the Diddy federal trial are all the same people named in the same lawsuit that names John Pelletier.